Get this recorded here. Okay, everybody, welcome to our State of the Company address. My name is Ed Kenny, and I am part of Think Big Partners with this company, founding energy advisors. I have a couple of my partners on here, my brother Brendan Kenny, my brother Jim Kenny, and my partner Tony Procopio. And we are on here today to bring you up to date with the State of the Company address. So for all the advisors that are in the business and for all those that have just joined us, every month, okay, we do this State of the Company address. And this is a great opportunity to really plug in to find out what's happening, what's the pulse of the company, what's new, what's exciting. We have an all-star cast on these State of the Company addresses. We have the CEO of the company. We have a lot of the corporate executives that are on here. And we want to get everybody an agenda so that you can see what's happening with the business, what's new, what's about to happen, things that are happening, promotions, and most of all, most importantly, doing a lot of recognition, because at the end of the day, we're all building this business and, you know, people are out there working every day. And here we are in the middle of August, dog days of summer, and people are working their butts off because they get the vision of this company. And there's nothing better than to recognize people for what the accomplishments that they have been achieving since they've started with this company. Some are achieving things right away. Some are achieving things over the long term. We've got a whole host of people that are achievers on this call tonight. So we're really excited to get kicked off, really excited to bring up our first panelist here, first State of the Company address corporate individual, our Senior Vice President, Mr. Brad Tayles.
Ed, you're muted. Ed, you're muted.
I'm muted. Was I muted that whole time?
You said Brad Tayles, and then you kind of went muted. I was like, wow, that was the worst introduction I've ever heard.
That's incredible. Well, the most amazing human being on the planet Earth, who's right now cruising around on the lakes of Michigan in a big way, our Senior Vice President, Brad Tayles. Bring it on, Brad.
Thanks, Ed. Can you hear me okay?
Hear you loud and clear.
Well, thanks, Ed, and thanks, Tony and Jim and Brendan, for all you do. And like you said, we're in the dog days of summer, but people are still out there working away. And I couldn't be more honored than to be a part of this company with the four of you. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I've never started a company before or helped start a company before with such incredible leadership so early on. So thank to all of you guys and everyone on the call here that are massive leaders and growing this business. So this is the funnest part for me, the recognition that, like Ed said, really recognizing some people who are getting it done. And the first group of people I want to recognize are regional energy advisors. Most personally enrolled electricity customers. These people are getting it done on a personal basis, whether they're getting $20 a customer for every customer they're getting, or helping with their team get the customers. They're out there getting it done. But this is for most personally enrolled customers for the month of July. And number 10, we got Lance Miles. Number 9 out of Connecticut, we got Anonymous out of Maine. Vincenzo Olivier out of New York. Number 8, Anonymous out of Ohio. Number 7, Anonymous number 6 out of California. Anonymous number 5 out of PA. Anonymous number 4 out of Connecticut. Anonymous number 3 out of California. And Citizens Oil Co-op out of Connecticut, and Clean Energy Group out of Connecticut as well. A couple of big companies here that are going out and spreading the word to their existing customers, and they're doing it in a big way. And you see all those anonymouses on there. These are people who, we asked to post their names on there, and they didn't get back to us in time. Maybe they didn't see the email. We've emailed them numerous times. Hopefully they can respond, and next month, if they're on the list again, we can mention it. But if you notice a couple out of California, folks, we're not in California yet for energy yet. They're out there talking to people in the 13 states in the District of Columbia and getting it done. So congratulations to all of you. Most personal customers electricity. Next, most personal enrolled community solar customers. This is a great group as well. I think we got 5 on this, because if we went to the top 10, there literally would have been 30 or 40 names. So congratulations. These are people getting it done. And look at that. It's all New York, which I think is the first time that's ever been done. Normally we got some Maine people in there as well. Those are our 2 markets. But we got Anonymous in number 5. We got Yakov Frankel in number 4. Anonymous is number 3. Anonymous is number 2. And Vincenzo Olivier again leading the pack at number 1 for community solar. So we're seeing a trend there. Vincenzo, great job there, and congratulations to all of you. Most Free Energy Club customers. Here we go. See if we get some similar names here. We got John Latasha, who I got to spend some time with in Punta Cana, out of PA in 5th. Congratulations, John. Anonymous out of New York in number 4. Alma Lee Pace out of Maine. Also got to spend some time with her in Punta Cana. Great job. Stephen Testoni out of Connecticut in number 2. And Marsha Milstein out of Illinois. Great job in acquiring Free Energy Club customers. Great job, everyone. And again, this is my favorite part of the thing, and this is probably my favorite category out of all the rank recognition as well, other than maybe rank achievers. Most energy advisors personally sponsored. You can't build a team, folks, without going out and enrolling people. And that's the key to the success. Climbing through the compensation plan is helping others climb through the compensation plan. You can't do it by yourself. And these people have really went the extra mile. And you're going to hear from a couple of them later on tonight as well. They are out of number 5, Anonymous out of Texas. Oh, we're starting to see some Texas names out there. Number 4, Charles and Stacy Wiley out of Ohio. You're going to hear from Charles later on tonight. Anonymous out of Texas. Malka Hirsch out of New York. And Miles Stallard out of Texas as well. Great job, everyone. These are personally enrollers of new energy advisors. Top 5. Again, if we did a top 10 here, there'd literally be 30, 40 names, because there were so many tied at 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. It would be too many to name and put on the board here. So congratulations to all of you. Like I said, you can't build a team by yourself. You have to talk to people, and you guys are getting it done in the dog days of summer. So congratulations to all of you. And we'll hear from Miles later as well. Well, I get to introduce a good friend of mine, and then someone, something I don't take for granted, because I've been in the industry for 35 years and worked with some phenomenal CEOs. And I've got to say, Michael Fallquist, by far, and again, I've worked with some great CEOs, and not taking away from any of those individuals. But here's a guy that I knew the minute I talked to him on the phone via Zoom, just like this, but then got to spend some time with him in Connecticut before I came on board. I knew he was cut from the same cloth as myself, meaning he's always got the EAs at best interest at heart. It's not all about the company. It's not all about the bottom line. It's about EAs and how can we make those successful. And that is not the norm in this industry, folks. So to have a friend like this driving the ship, I can't be more excited about it. It gives me great comfort at night. And Michael, I appreciate everything you do, buddy. I know you work 8 to 8. You just got back from a little vacation, and then you're off somewhere else in the country right now to build the company. So thanks for everything you do, buddy.
Hey, Brad, anytime. Happy to be here. Yeah, thank you for that. Very nice introduction as always. And I couldn't be happier co-captaining this ship with you, my friend. It's a lot of fun, and we are in the first phase of something very special here. So with that, let me take over control of this screen and get going. All right, can you see my screen?
Yep, you're looking good.
Yep.
Fantastic. I love when technology works out well. Anyways, thank you everybody for spending time with us this evening. Ed referred to it as the dog days of summer, and it really is. I just got back from a family vacation myself. So, we really appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy lives and joining us on the Zoom to learn about what's happening in the company, because there are so many exciting things happening. Yeah, I can't wait to share it all with you. So everybody knows my two philosophies. I thought I would just kick off the call tonight and just give an update on progress we're making, right? So first thing I always talk about internally is do the right thing, do the right thing. That's how we treat each other as internally. That's how we think about our relationship with customers. That's how we think about our EAs. And obviously the other one is continuous improvement. And so those are two things that I just wanted to focus on to kick this off. I mean, do the right thing. We made multiple changes in the business, and how I think about this with regards to our sales channel, it's how do we treat our sales force better? And the first change we did, and this was a pretty significant one, we made the decision to pay all upline community solar customer acquisition bonuses when a customer reaches pending status. I think that was probably an exciting day. I got quite a few texts because that unlocked a lot of money that was stuck in the compensation plan waiting for these customers to go active. We felt like it was really important to reward that behavior for the up team leadership, just the same way we were doing for the person who got the customer. So that was a big change we made in the past month. The second decision we made was delaying customer commission clawbacks for cancellations until September 1, 2023. While we haven't had a substantial amount of cancellations, we also felt it was important, to make sure we communicated when that would start. And so we made a decision internally that we would not claw back commissions for customer cancellations within 90 days until September 1st. So we felt, again, that was the right thing to do. And so that was another thing we did as a business. And the last thing, we, in the comp plan, personal customers were impacted by the 40% rule. We decided to make that change and remove that limitation. We want, if you want to come in and build this business and just get customers, you should be able to advance and rank just the same way as someone else who wants to go recruit a team and have them and leverage those people's work to build reach all the customer goals within the compensation plan. So that's a decision we made and announced the last month. The programming is underway for that, and that should be something that will start impacting people's ranks, hopefully very soon. So again, do the right thing is a big part of how we think about this business. And those are three of the things we did in the past month. Continuous improvement. We made a lot of changes in the business to make it better. From a reporting perspective, the personal customer report, we made a lot of changes that makes that a lot easier to use and manage your business. Same with the ADR, the advisor downline report, specifically there, making a lot of changes for Connecticut certified EAs. On the commissions front, we, again, made a lot of changes there that enabled us to make payments for Connecticut certified EAs and also provide more transparency around people who didn't get paid because they didn't earn a minimum of $15. The biggest improvement we made, and this is something that we should all celebrate and be really excited about, is the automation of the background check process. That's something that I think has been a huge pain point in new EAs joining the business. Our team worked tirelessly over the past 3-4 months with TransUnion. It finally is automated. It's a back office widget now. Huge thanks to our team for getting that done, because I think that's going to make the EA onboarding process so much easier going forward. And then finally, the last one was the ability to set recognition preferences, so you don't have this issue of us asking if you can be recognized. EAs can just go in the back office and automate that process, which is great. So everybody knows, there's a big announcement in the last month was the launch of Texas. That's really exciting. It's it's a fantastic market. We're off to a fantastic start in that market. We officially started taking enrollments on August 1st. We've seen good growth, both in terms of our sales force as well as our customers. It's a crazy stat to even think about, but Energy Advisor, Our EA based in Texas now represents 10% of our overall business, and it's the 14th of August. That's pretty good growth. I mean, we're excited about what's going to continue in that market. On the customer side, about 15% of our customers enrolled in the last 30 days have been in Texas. And if you think about it, we didn't even start enrolling till only 2 weeks ago. So really excited about the foundation that's being built in that market. And, based on the conversations I've had a lot with some of the leaders down there, I really think the best is yet to come in that market. So let's keep building on that momentum. We think about this, and this is the slide I shared at the launch, but I think it's important. Like, Texas is a fantastic market, right? It's one that we should be really excited about, both in terms of the size of the market, being the largest deregulated electric market in the US. It's got the most renewable energy, which obviously we sell 100% clean energy. It's a fully competitive marketplace. There's no utilities, no price to compare. Everybody's competing on the same level playing field as competitive suppliers. And then it's just got the framework for innovation, right? Which is what we are all about, right? We're all about customer value through technology. And Texas gives us the ability to do that, which is so exciting. But while Texas is a fantastic market, it also is one of the most volatile markets in the country in terms of pricing. And so this is really interesting. The top of the slide says it all. High temperatures have resulted in record electricity usage. So this chart goes back to the beginning of July, and the temperatures are in the blue and the orange lines. In Houston and Dallas, the max temperatures, you can see there's been a stretch of either right near 100 or above 100 for quite some time, weeks, if not almost the entire period. And so what that's resulted in is just a massive increase in electricity usage in the market. And so the red bars, this is where this chart is really interesting. Over this period, you've had 10 different daily records for electricity usage in Texas, all since July 1st. And August 17th, which is in the forecast period, is expected to be even higher than the most recent record, which was set on the 10th. And so if you think about that, like with supply going up, basic supply and demand, if demand goes up and supply is unchanged, then price goes up. And so as we've been setting these records, incremental records in the market for electricity consumption, and the supply side isn't changing, what's that resulted in? Record electricity price usage has resulted in a massive spike in prices. And so if you look at this chart over the same period back to the beginning of July, where the peak contract, so the peak hours of the day for electricity, was trading about $125 per megawatt hour at the beginning of this period. Since we started setting all those records, that same contract is now trading over $450 per megawatt hour. So the wholesale price of electricity has tripled in that period. Because again, demand has gone way up, which is these record-setting demand peaks in Texas, and the supply side hasn't gone up as well. And so you have this situation where price, as a result, has gone up 300%. So that's what's happening in the market, the wholesale market behind the scenes. But, good news for Think Energy customers. This is all about, why does our product create value for consumers? So while the market has been extremely volatile, our customers are protected from that volatility, right? With a 36-month fixed price offering. Obviously, the fully renewable aspect of it is something we all love. But while they're protected from the volatility on the upside, what's happening now? If prices were to drop, they're obviously protected from the downside with our product too. They can switch to our next and best available rate for a one-time cost of $29.99, which is, pretty spectacular and unique in the market. And then obviously, you know, everybody loves the free electricity offering we have as well. So while volatility has been happening in this market, record heat has driven record usage. And so prices have gone up 3 times in that period. I think customers have been protected from that, which, you know, is fantastic. But while our rates have remained unchanged, because again, we're hedging out over a long period of time, all the shorter term products in the market have been extremely volatile. And so, you know, our Think Smart 36 rates haven't moved even against all this volatility. Whereas, you know, if you look at the average of the 12-month offers in the market, since August 1st, Centerpoint, the rates are up 16%, Encore up 16%, AEP Central 15%, and the other two markets 14%. So this volatility has really created an upward push in a lot of the products that people choose every day. So, you know, what that's resulted in is our rates have stayed the same. You know, our rates are just even more attractive than they were before, where, you know, you're in Centerpoint, we're 7.2% below the average. You're 8.7% below in Encore versus the average. You're, you know, AEP Central, you're almost 10%, 13.4% in AEP North, and 8.6% in New Mexico, Texas, New Mexico Power. So we just have a screaming value proposition in that market. And as we've had, you know, what has been a extremely hot and record-setting summer from an energy demand perspective, while prices have been volatile, our products continue to be, you know, very valuable for the consumers, which is what, you know, we love. So with that, I wanted to end with a couple announcements. You know, first and foremost, we're always, you know, figuring out how do we improve our offering in the market. First announcement is in Texas. So we will be launching a 12-month product in Texas. And so where every other market it's 36-month only, because we need that long-term stability. In Texas, it's a different market because you obviously have early termination fees that can be quite significant. And, you know, we want to enable sales as much as possible. And so we need to have a product offering for people who aren't willing to commit, especially with an ETF, to a 36-month term. We still think there's so much more value in that 36-month term, but we want to enable you with products so you're not missing sales opportunities. And the ETF or the early termination fee is an issue that has to be considered in Texas versus the other markets where we do not have any early termination fees. So the Think Smart 12 will have many of the same features and benefits of the Think Smart 36. It'll be a 12-month fixed price. What will be different also, again, because we want to enable sales as much as possible, we are going to allow for this product to have the customer either auto pay or do post-pay billing. That will be up to them. But for customers who are on post-pay billing, they will not count for Free Energy Club because there's inherently more risk in those products. We want people to be on the auto pay product. That product will be available and launched September 1st. So that's great news. I mean, obviously that's, hopefully will allow you to continue to expand your business in Texas. The other exciting announcements is just related to Proton. So while we have competitive long-term fixed rates that give customers price certainty, we've got the 100% green. You know, we've always said the technology is truly our competitive advantage. And we are continuing to make great progress with deploying that. We have a high degree of confidence it's going to be available for customers, you know, potentially as early as late September, but for sure in the fourth quarter of this year, in many markets. As you think about just our core value proposition for the customer, this is just taking empowerment to the next level, right? Where that customer can enjoy a competitive fixed rate, but then they can earn incremental value not available anywhere else in the market for shifting their electricity load from peak to off-peak times, and also the data and insights they're going to get from the what's available through the proton billing system is going to really allow them to not only get that incremental value, but take control of how much they pay for electricity. So super excited about that. That ultimately is going to be a massive game changer for us and truly is the differentiator for us beyond, from a product perspective, and will allow us to continue to create value for consumers. So super excited about that. That is coming very soon in many markets. So Brad, back to you, my friend.
All right, thanks, Michael. Great job as always, and thanks for unmuting me, guys, so I can talk. And look forward to next month's call, buddy, and everything that we got going down the pipe. And folks, there's a lot of things that we're working on behind the scenes. If you knew what I knew, and Michael knew, and John Breitbart knew, every single person on this phone would be bouncing off the walls. There's a lot of things we're working on behind the scenes, folks, that's coming up, ASAP. So stay tuned for that. So I said this before, folks, the Leadership Summit 2024. Where are we going? Beautiful Kauai. I've said this before, and I don't mean to be a broken record, but there's not many secrets in this business. Here's one of them. Get on these trips. Once you talk to anyone that was in Punta Cana, every single one of them, their perspective of this company, of this opportunity, of the industry, it changed in a 4-day period. And Ed's shaking his head there. He knows as well as I. The ability to bond with people, the ability to laugh, dance, joke, play golf, is priceless. Snorkel, it's a once in a lifetime that we do every year. So when I say once in a lifetime, because there'll be a whole different crew going to Kauai, a whole different backdrop. This isn't the Dominican Republic, it's Kauai, Hawaii. It's just one of the most beautiful places on earth. So how do you get there? Well, earn the rank of regional director, earn a 4-night, 5-day trip for 2. And all the qualifications are online, folks. Earn the rank of senior director, earn a 5-night, 6-day trip for 2. Earn the rank of partner, earn a 5-night, 6-day trip for 2 with an added perk and added airfare. Earn the rank of regional partner, same thing, little extra special perk, whether it's a nicer room, maybe a special excursion, maybe some special dinner, some special time together. Earn the rank of senior partner, same thing, extra special perk. And note, once you're a senior partner, folks, you're on this trip every single year. Get there, done, right? We've got some extra ways to get there as well. One more, next slide, please. Here's an added benefit of as opposed to hitting regional director and above in the year 2023. Be one of the top 2 open line directors within the qualification period, earn a 4-day, 5-night trip for 2, 750 per. That means if you're one of the top directors, open line, meaning if this is you and this is Eric underneath you and he's a director, you don't get to count Eric's volume because that's Eric's volume. And if he's got a director underneath him, he's got Tony underneath him, he doesn't get to count Tony because that's Tony's. And Eric would have more than Tony because he's above Tony. And Brad, if I was in the compensation plan, would have more than Eric. That wouldn't be fair. So it's the open line. The only way to do it, the fairest way to do it, is to be able to count volume that's not under another director. So that's truly what you're driving, not what Eric's driving, not what's Tony driving. And it says right there, it's defined as all customers acquired in the qualification period, not in another EA with director rank of above. But we've also put another twist in. When it comes to Texas, achieve or maintain the rank of director through 2023 with a minimum of 400 Texas team customers. So it's open to all current and new energy advisors. And of course, the legs are subject to the 40% rule. And you're also going to Kauai. So let me get this straight, folks. There's 4.5 months left in this year. 4.5 months. That's 90 customers a month. And you're going to Kauai. Are you kidding me? With what Michael just shared about price volatility in Texas and what's going on. And I mean, you guys, I've never in 35 years seen a promotion like this to get a result like that. Normally you may get $100 gift card or something you do, but 400 Texas customers in the next 4.5 months, that's 90 a month, and you're going to Kauai. You've got to be kidding me, folks. So moral of the story is we should have hundreds of people in Kauai, hundreds of people going with us to that trip. And again, folks, the bonds that you make, the things that you learn, being able to spend time with some of the top leaders in the country on a 5-day, 6-day trip, 4 or 5, 6-day trip is priceless. It's absolutely priceless. And I'll guarantee you this, once you go, you'll never miss one. Once you go, you'll never miss another one. So make sure you get qualified to go to Kauai. I can't say anything more. Current Leadership Summit achievers, Kirk and Tricia Horan, Think Big Partners, Diana and Tony Procopio, Lisa and Jim Kenny, Brendan Kenny, Ed Kenny, Julie Brosis and the guests, and John and Lella Piontek. So many more leaders are almost there. Folks, we see people climbing through every getting closer every single day, every single week, every single month. You just heard from Michael that 10% or 15% of our energy advisors are out of Texas now. We've been live in Texas for what, 10 days, 11 days? Not very long, folks. So, Ed, can you just speak a little bit on the power of one of these trips?
Well, it's one of the core beliefs, you got to believe if you're going to be successful in any company, you got to believe in the company, you got to believe in the products and services, you got to believe in the team, and you got to believe in yourself. Okay. Well, when you make it on one of these trips, you get to see all 4 of them in 3D, right? They're right there in front of you, and you get to look around and you get to see and size yourself up around with the other people that have made it on that trip. And you just sit there and say, you know what? I want everyone that I know that I love to be on a trip like this. And all they have to do is go apply themselves, and they're there, because the depth of belief that you get for the business itself and the company and your part in it just exponentially grows when you're on this trip, and you will never miss another trip. And Brad says it so correctly. We have a comp plan that's amazing, right? And once you really learn it, you're blown away by it. But when you first get started and you're first in a comp plan, you have to kind of earn it to learn it, right? But if you just say, forget all that, I don't care about the comp plan, I'm just going to go out there and do what they tell me to do and earn my way to this trip. That's all you need to do, is be on these trips, and the rest of the money just flows through the comp plan beautifully. So I can't say enough. Punta Cana was an amazing experience. We got to meet about 30 other people that are building this business. I knew some of them, but I didn't know of them. I've heard of them, and I got a chance to kind of break bread with them. And these are where the bonds really happen. They say after the meeting, it's the after meeting is the real meeting, right? When you go to a meeting and you hang out afterwards and hang out with the people who are really building. Well, the after meeting at these things is unbelievable. So don't miss this. And we've made it pretty much a layup for anybody who really wants to apply themselves to get on this. There's plenty of time left.
Absolutely. Well, thanks a lot, Ed. Yeah, absolutely. Next slide, please. Summer success promotions. Here we go. Promotion period, July 23rd through August 31st. So not a lot of time left, folks. Personally enroll a new energy advisor in the above timeline and get them to get 5 pending accepted customers within that promotion period and earn a $100 bonus. And there's no limit, folks, of how many people you can do. Now, I see there's not much time left, but there's 15, 16 days left, which is plenty of time to sponsor people, 1 a day for the next 15, 16 days. Help them get 5 customers. Boom, that's a quick $1,500, $1,600 in a short period of time. Again, we've got some examples here. 5 new ones who get 20 customers each, sponsor 10, blah, 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 earn $4,000. It's just, it's crazy. 3 energy customers are not eligible for consideration in this promotion. And Connecticut compensation is only available to EAs that are certified in Connecticut. So make sure you get your certification done. Go out and make the rest of August. Guys, if you finish the dog days of summer hot for this promotion and to get to Kauai, September, October, November, and December are going to be months that you won't believe. Just trust me when I say that, folks. If you come out of the dog days of summer, which is traditionally the slowest periods in our industry, on fire, watch out. The rest of the year is a slam dunk. Next, please. Texas promotions. And this even helps you even further to rank up. Qualify for the 2024 leadership, achieve or maintain rank of director through 2023 with a minimum of 400 Texas team customers. We talked about that, and subject to the 40% rule on the other slide. So that's a great promotion here, but this is even better. Texas electricity band points. For a band 1 customer in Texas, it's 1 point. For a band 2, which probably I want to guess 50% of the customers, that would be a band 1 customer in any other market, but because of the higher usage, I'm talking size house wise. If you've got a 1,500 square foot house or a 2,000 square foot house, you may be a band 1 customer in any other market we're in. But in Texas, because of the higher usage, it's probably a band 2 customer. You'll probably have 40-50% of your team are band 2 customers, which is for 2 points, and band 3 customers 3 points. So what does that mean? That means that it's easier for you to rank up. So hitting regional director by the end of this year is a lot easier using Texas customers. So let's go Texas. That ends October 31st. So let's go. But those points, that promotion ends October 31st, but those points are lifelong points. So you get 100 band 3 customers between now and October 31st. That's 300 points for life. Those don't go away. Those don't go down to 1 point after this promotion. Those are 3 points forever. So that's a great way to rank up and to get on the trip. Events. Visit our events calendar in the back office. Everything is right there. It's so easy. You go to Success Plus, you go to the event, everything is right there. Jumpstart trainings, Connecticut certification trainings, launch tour events. It can't get any easier, folks, to find out what's going on around the country and plug in. Texas launch tour events. We're working right now with our leadership council and our founding EAs to figure out venues for September 19th through 21st. It'll probably be Dallas, Houston, and a third city to be decided. Maybe we'll go back to Dallas. It'll be a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday thing. So again, we're working on venues now, or they're working on where those spots are going to be. Stay tuned for those. And again, let's just build your team. Celebrating success. Here we go. Regional energy advisor. You can't be a senior partner without being a regional energy advisor by first hitting that first earn rank. It's impossible. You cannot be a senior partner without first being a regional energy advisor. Every person on this call that's ranked up started at their first rank as a regional energy advisor. So I want to congratulate those that hit in the month of July, and they are Ernest Davis. I got to do a briefing with him in Cincinnati. Great job, Ernest. Larch Tree LLC, Melka Hirsch, Nicholas Esposito, Ashlyn Peterson Stone. We know that name. Express Green Energy, Stephen Testoni, and Anonymous in Maine. Congratulations to all of you in July. I know I'm going to be making calls to you in this month, congratulating you for hitting senior energy advisors. And those are Phyllis Perkins and Clean Energy Group. congratulations to both of you for hitting Senior Energy Advisor. In fact, Clean Energy Group. I'll just touch on this. We're going to officially announce them next month on our State of the Company call, but he also became a director in early part of August, or he'd be listed here twice. So congratulations to both of you. Next, featured leaders. This is exciting. First person I'm going to bring on tonight right now is a gentleman by the name of Charles Wiley. I got the opportunity to spend 2 days with Charles and his wife Tracy at their beautiful office in Cincinnati, Ohio, on 2 different occasions. I couldn't be more thrilled to get a chance for all of you to hear his story. He's an author, an entrepreneur, a national diversity motivational speaker, and a life coach. But here's what you'll soon know about Charles. For the 2 minutes into his talk, he loves helping people. The only thing that matters to him is helping people. Not helping him, not helping Tracy, his wife. Helping other people motivates Charles to the max. So Charles, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
You're loud and clear, my friend. I see that familiar space in the background. It's all yours, buddy. Will you just share a little bit about your story and why you're so excited about Think Plus?
Thank you so much, Brad, and thank you guys, and I'd like to just thank Michael for this great opportunity, this great company, and yes, as Brad said to you guys, I grew up in the projects, youngest of 10, grew up poor, didn't realize I was poor because our family, we had so much love in our family. And also we had love in our community back then. Back then I could walk into my neighbor's house if I was hungry, eat and everything, but I was centered around the drugs, the violence. And I grew up always wanting to give back to the community. And that is what motivates me. And so I've always, I have my own remodeling company also. So I could be just doing my thing, taking care of my family, focus on my remodeling company. But, I have a nonprofit, I have an ex-offenders program, I have a senior citizen program, I have an elite youth program. We just launched that, man. It was youth in here and they was just so excited. I train our youth chess because I love chess. Chess is a mind game. You guys out there to play chess understand what I'm saying. So I train them chess, and also I train them electrical, plumbing, carpentry. And I have trainers. My guys that come in, that work for me, they train. I train electrical, plumbing, carpentry, painting. And also I do life coaching with them. So that gives me the opportunity to just take them to that next level. And back to Think, I used to be a part of, I don't even want to say the name, but I was a part of an energy company, and I was doing great. I had just jumped in, and a young lady introduced me to it, and I jumped in and I did well. So I know what energy does, and I know everyone uses electric. And the fact that solar is about to hit in Ohio and across this country, that's huge. So I'm using that Think Energy as an opportunity to create wealth in our community. And this is what I love so much also. The fact that this is priceless. I've been doing multi-level marketing forever. Engineer from Ford Motor Company trained me when I was younger to do multi-level marketing. But I've never been a part of a team where I had the leaders that was creating wealth across the country, where I could work one-on-one and just right there with them. And, Brad, Shelly, him, and Jim, they awesome. I love them to death. All of them, Ernest. And just to be able to work side by side with these individuals, I just have to say this is that you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. You're great, and I appreciate you so much. And I will see you guys at the top with a lot of the community.
Well, thanks, Charles. Thanks.
That's enough for you.
Well, Charles, thanks for those kind words, and thanks to you and Tracy for opening up your office every week like you do. I got to meet your daughter last time I was there, and just an unbelievable individual she is as well. And you're leading the pack. You were one of the top enrollers for July. What do you say to people when you're talking to them about Think?
One of the powerful points is that Solar energy is so huge. Solar energy is taking over our society. And you think about this, you guys, when you at a stoplight, and if some stoplights, if you look up, you'll see some of them stoplights have little solar panels at the top for when it, and solar is just taking over. And the thing is that, I tell them like, hey, you guys need to be at the front of this, because when they open up solar, you want solar in your home. You don't want to have to stand in a long line and wait for solar. So if you just use that right there alone, and our rates are excellent. So if you use that alone, it's going to take you to the top, and that's it. And that's the number one key thing. Not to mention, a lot of people in Cincinnati know me. I've been all over the country, and they believe in me, and they know when I support something, they know I don't bring anything negative to our community. So, it's enough said on that. And my wife, she's a outstanding partner, business partner. She keep me on my toes, because when I'm busy, it's like, don't forget you have a call at 8 o'clock. I was like, babe, I know.
Well, it's funny you said, because when me and my wife met you and your wife Tracy was taking down all the notes, and my wife Kelly said to me, says, Tracy's key here. We need to get, because Tracy retired from Duke, right? Duke Energy, I think.
Those energy.
Yeah, and my wife said, Tracy is key. We got to get through. I'm reading Charles. Charles is in, but we got to get through to Tracy, because we get through to Tracy, Tracy's going to bring us to Charles and close the deal there. So,
my daughter has been like sitting back taking notes. She's been talking to her friends, because we started a young entrepreneurs team. So you're about to see a lot of young people start popping in. And my daughter's excited about this. She's about to start doing meetings on her own.
Oh, that's awesome, buddy. Well, thanks again, Charles and Tracy, and for your leadership and everything you're doing out there. And I get to bring the next person up to speak with us. Hailing out of Texas. He's a husband and a father, an entrepreneur and an investor. He's a top earner in the network marketing space for the last 8 years. And we're just so blessed to have him, take a look at our company. And he's got a great story, and you're going to hear it. He comes from a little bit different field than energy, and which is a great story in itself. And that's none other than Miles Stallard. Are you there, Miles? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. I'd imagine you can hear me all right.
Loud and clear, buddy. You're looking good, and it's all yours, my friend.
Awesome. I appreciate it, Brad. And what's up, everybody? I'm excited to be here. My name is Miles Stallard. I do live out here in Granbury, Texas, a small little country town on the lake, a little bit southwest of Fort Worth, but grew up out here, graduated from North Texas, got my degree in medical rehab. My plan was physical therapy, but senior year did an internship, realized physical therapy was not really what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So I would imagine a lot of you guys can maybe relate to that or know somebody like that. But that was me. Got my degree and literally went into insurance as a claims adjuster. I was a bartender and a club promoter. And that was kind of the game that I played before I found the network marketing industry. And I found the industry through a buddy of mine who was driving exotic cars on Facebook. Like that was my introduction to network marketing. And I was 24 at the time. So as you can imagine, seeing, my dream cars and this gentleman traveling all over the world and living a dream lifestyle, it caught my attention, and I looked into it, saw he was involved in network marketing. And I'll be honest with you, I was skeptical. I was negative. I was that guy, wanted nothing to do with it, didn't kind of threw it to the side, and that was about it. And then about a week later, came across his Facebook again. And that's whenever I decided I need to hit this guy up. I know him, he's a friend, he's obviously doing really well. And I know network marketing, but I don't know it. I need to see if this is something that I can do. And sure enough, I hit him up and changed my life. I've made millions of dollars inside of the industry. I've been a top earner inside of the industry for the last 8 years. I've helped over 100 people do the same and built a team of close to 200,000 customers inside of the health and wellness space. So I'm not an energy guy at all whatsoever. I'm not even a service guy. I am a product health and wellness guy. But that's why I'm so excited about this. I'm excited about being a part of something that is truthfully not dogging on health and wellness, but just something that's more logical. You know, everybody has electricity, everybody uses electricity, and people don't stop using electricity no matter how hard, you know, times may get. And you know, the health space isn't that way. You know, it's a different ball game, and you're selling, you know, $600, $1,200 products and with a $200 auto ship, and trying to teach people and coach people to do the same thing so that they can get a return on their investment before they quit the business. It's just a different game, you know, and I'm not, and trust me, I love that business and I'm still a top earner in that company. However, it's just a different game. And I've always been attracted to the electricity space simply because of the logic behind it, as well as just the sell itself, the game itself. It's all numbers. And we're on a roll. You know, we just launched a little over a week ago, and we're pumping some major numbers. And a lot of you guys may be thinking, you know, oh, well, of course he's, you know, a top recruiter and whatnot. You know, he's a top earner in the industry. You know, he may have brought his team over, but I want you guys to know I haven't brought anybody over. I think I probably have 3 people that have followed me into this from, you know, my other company. And we're still all building, you know, both sides of this thing. And but I have not brought in anybody from my other company really. And it's all new, it's all fresh. And you know, something that I was asked to speak on today is what I'm doing and how I'm recruiting and how I'm building. And I'll tell you, it's simple. I'm just talking to a lot of people. I'm getting on my Facebook and I'm hitting up everybody. I mean, you guys know the number one thing you can do in network marketing is making a list. And I think that's something that so many people sleep on. They don't realize the importance of it. But I promise you, if you just make a list and you go down that list one by one, check them off, cross them off, you can build a big business here. Because the truth is, y'all, man, this is not a hard business. It's simple. It's not about being the best sales guy. It's not about being the best at convincing people or persuasion or anything like that. It's simply about exposure. How many people can you expose and how fast can you do it? Because guys, the truth is this, man, this is brand new and this is going viral and this will go viral big time. And when it goes viral, yo, we got 6 months, 12-month window to cast the biggest possible net that we possibly can. And I'm telling my entire team, I'm telling my organization, listen, everybody that you know better hear the words think energy out of your mouth before they hear it out of somebody else's. Because I promise you, it's just a matter of time before everybody is being hit up by everybody they know with think energy. And they're going to go to whoever introduced them to this first. And so I'm messaging everybody and I'm direct. You know, I'm not sugarcoating anything. I'm letting them know, hey, this is brand spanking new. It's in the energy space. It makes sense. Our rates are freaking awesome. And dude, it's $130 to do the business. Like, come on. Every investment that I've had has cost me $100,000, if not $1 million to invest in. And this is $130. Like, it's crazy. Like, talk about a return on your investment. No overhead, no inventory, no brick and mortar, no employee costs, no warehousing, manufacturing, product development, workers' comp, liabilities. I mean, you have no headaches of traditional business. Like it is legitimately the most logical, most common sense business model on the planet. And to me, it's crazy. And I'm very upfront. I let people know, man, like saying no to something like this is, I mean, I don't know. To me, it's insane. It's absolutely insane because the potential is endless. The possibilities are just absolutely incredible. And we're all sitting literally in $1 million seats. And I remember my mentor, when I very first joined the network marketing industry, he told me I was sitting in $1 million seat just because the industry itself. I'm a huge believer in network marketing. And when he told me that, kind of went in one year and out the other. However, I saw it firsthand and I've been able to have that type of success. And he was absolutely right. But it does not come without work. It does not come without sweat equity. You know, something as easy as this is also easy not to do. What's easy to do is also easy not to do. And I'm sure you guys have heard that before. But it's so the case here. And I know every single person that's on here right now, everybody that's listening right now is more than capable to go get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 customers inside of this thing in the next 30, 60, 90 days. It's just a matter of, are you talking to people or are you not? And that's it. You know, I'm just going out, I'm talking to everybody, I'm going through my Facebook. You know, just yesterday, or not yesterday, it was Saturday. I try to take Sundays off the best I can, but on Saturday, I messaged 250 people on Facebook, and about 60 of those have already gotten back to me, and I've done about 20 calls today. And almost everybody I'm talking to them, it's the same thing. It's a no-brainer situation. You just got to talk to them. You just got to show them. And again, not everybody's going to say yes, but you don't need everybody. You just need a handful of people who get a handful of people who get a handful of people. 3 that get 3, 10 times, you're rich. Shoot, 25 that get 25, 2 times, you're incredibly successful. You know, so I'm teaching my teams, hey, focus on 3 that get 3, then focus on 10 that get 10, then focus on 25 that get 25. I want everybody that's doing this to bring in at least 25 business partners, customers, the combination of the two, teach everybody to do the same thing. 25 that get 25 4 times, y'all. That's 360,000+ customers inside of your organization. It's game over. So thank you, Brad, so much for having me on. I appreciate you guys asking me to talk. And I will, without a doubt, see you guys at the top. I'm ready to take this company to $1 billion and beyond, and I want to change the world with it. So thank you guys. God bless and take care.
Mike, Miles, thanks, buddy. Say no more, buddy. How do you say anything to that, buddy? Your enthusiasm, your passion, and you hit the nail on the head. This is $1 billion company. You know, I've spent a lot of time in the industry, and probably 20 of it was in the service side, 15 of it was in the product side. There's no comparison, buddy. This is a slam dunk, no brainer, 1,000,000 times easier. Still takes work, like you said. If you don't talk to people, you're not going to get them. But you're right. Cast the net as big as you can, because you want them to remember that you brought it to them first, because they are going to hear it over and over again. Think plus, think plus, think plus, think energy, think energy, think energy. And buddy, we're so blessed to have you as part of the company. So glad I got to meet you. And I know we talk a lot, and we're going to talk a lot more. And this is going to be an incredible ride, buddy. This next 6 months, 6 years, 16 years. So appreciate all you do, buddy. Next, folks, I'm going to introduce to y'all people that don't need any introduction, our founding energy advisors, because we want to hear from them, because this again is a monumentous day. Our state of the company call is a great time to get together with everybody, but I really want you to hear from Tony and Brendan and Jim and Ed as well. Back to you, buddy, to just really close it out, you guys. And again, I want to say this there's not many things that I haven't seen in 35 years. Never seen a core leadership group like you for to start a company off. I've never seen anything like it, not even close. So I appreciate you guys more than you know. Love you guys. Can't wait to spend more time together at exotic locations all across the planet. And the best is yet to come. The most fun is yet to come, guys. And I can't wait to do it all together with you guys. So over to you guys.
Awesome. Great job.
I'll start real quick. Jim Kenny here. One of the 4, first, Miles, one of the things that Miles said was really important and key is we are non-competitive. To most people that are in product-based businesses, we're non-competitive. We don't compete with them at all whatsoever. We're actually complementary to them, right? We're going to come in and show those customers how they can save money. I just love that aspect. And there's so many people out there in product-based businesses that whatever, we're just a great thing for them. They just need to know that we're here, right? Charles Wiley, all about the community, man. This is one zip code at a time. I mean, he's doing a bunch of zip codes there, but our business is one zip code at a time, and let's conquer this nation. And bringing it, the community is such a powerful word, right? That's what we're all about, the community, right? Community solar, bringing money, local money into the thing. And then Michael Fallquist. Michael, I know he just was on vacation. I'm going to put my little Texas hat on here for this little thing. But this is, Michael always does the right thing, right? That's what Michael does. He's been doing the right thing from the beginning of time since I've known him, right? But what he just did in Texas, I mean, we launched Texas August 1st. Today's like August 14th or something. Like 3 days into that, a couple objections came up, a couple things that were barriers to entry in that market. Sorry, my hat's a little weird on this camera. But he knocked them down. He knocked them down. He knocked down every obstacle that we brought up in that first call that we had. He took them down. Texas has a lot of people that are coming into that state. No one's, if you're moving in there from California or somewhere, you're not going to lock into a 3-year deal. So let's offer a 1-year deal. I know it's not our deal, but it was the obstacle in Texas. That obstacle is gone. That's huge. Thank you, Michael, for continuing to do the right thing. Bring it on.
Tony, take it away.
Boy, great stuff, Jim. I mean, just pointing that stuff out is incredible. So you guys just really excited about what's happening here, with the company and the direction everything's going, and having been here from the start and seeing how it's progressed. It's just an amazing place to be. And we could have just ended the call right there with after Charles and Miles. I mean, that's pretty much, those guys that's what it's all about. The brand new people that are coming in, feeding the rest of the field. I mean, that is incredible. And so hats off to you guys. I know you guys are doing a great job. And, I've got to say something just about in general, how this thing has worked. First of all, I've been saying this since I met Brad. After about 3 days of knowing Brad, I was like, I think this guy may be the best field advocate that I've ever seen, like in corporate. And I've been saying that. And then he became the best field advocate that I've ever seen in my history in 31 years of network marketing. And now I see something else happening, right? I see, playing off of what Jim just said, is like, I see that philosophy happening all over corporate with the advocacy and the listening and the transparency. I mean, what CEO of a company that's on its way up does a public webinar about every single thing the company's doing? It's just amazing to see that and to see the listening that goes on. And Mike has set, I know whether he said it or whether it's just happened. The whole company there at Think Energy, John Breitbart, Christian, Phil, Brad, Mike, everybody, Shannon, they're all the best listeners. And that's what I love about this company, is that they listen. And so really excited about where things are headed. And man, just got so excited about hearing Brad talk about that Texas promotion, because and combined with the upcoming change to the personal customer count not being part of the 40% rule. And I sat there and I just did some numbers and I was like, but we're going to have people that come from Texas that go out and personally get 170 customers in Texas, because we already have people who've done more than that in Connecticut, more than that in New York, more than that in Pennsylvania, more than that in Maine. And so there's going to be people who go get 170 customers in Texas personally themselves. And then they start building a team they already got on the trip. I mean, it's just incredible what's going on with those numbers. So I just had to say that. I'm just really excited about what's going on. I'll pass it back to you, Ed, to close us out.
Awesome. Well, it was a great call tonight. Those testimonies, rock solid, man. They were awesome. They got me so jazzed up. Really, really awesome perspectives, and I could just say, there's about to be, we're here in the dog days of summer, but September's about to start up. School's about to kick in. I call September and Labor Day kind of the new year, because a lot of people perceptually say, okay, summer's over, it's time to get back to work. And that's where we're all going. And just so happens that this period of time is also a period of time where energy rates start to reset for the winter rates in a lot of our markets in the Northeast. And there's going to be newspaper article after newspaper article after Google search. Energy prices are going up and away. Not only just the price of electricity, but also the energy prices at the utility for delivery and stuff. There's a quagmire happening, and it's going to be unsustainable for customers. They're going to have to look for solutions. It's not even a question of, we want to go out and be the first one to talk to them, but everybody's going to be talking about their energy bills this coming fall and winter. And if we don't take advantage of that, I don't know what we're going to miss. We got to start paddling the board right now, because the wave is coming. And the last thing you want to do is not paddle fast enough to catch that wave. And now on August 14th, we have plenty of time to look behind us and see something glimmering in the background, and paddle as fast as you can. Now is the time to run. Okay. So with that, we'll end the call. It's been an awesome call. We got it recorded. We'll have it in the back office. Anybody can share this with anybody this is a great call to share. And I hope you all have a great night ahead, a great week ahead, and let's end the summer strong. And we'll look forward to seeing you back on the next awesome State of the Company address. But in the meantime, jump on these Zooms every night at 8 o'clock, look at the calendar of events. There's plenty of activity out there for people to really plug in. So thanks, everybody. Thanks. Appreciate Brad, Michael, Tony, Jim, everyone who is a guest tonight, and all those people who are moving up the chains. Let's do it. Cheers, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Ed. Thanks, Tony. Thanks, Jim.
Great job, everybody.
Take care all.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Have
you.
a good one.
Have a great night.
Awesome call.
Thank you,
awesome
everyone.
call.
Great testimonies.
Have a good one, everyone.
Good job, gentlemen. Good job, gentlemen. Good job.
Oh, thank you, leaders. Thank you, Charles. Charles.
God bless y'all. God bless y'all from your
Let's get it.
Thank you.
God bless y'all.
Good night.
Thank you.
God bless all.
See ya. See ya.
Classic call.